Hi, it's King Lizzard on Xbox One with Forza Motorsport 6's NASCAR expansion, which released earlier this week on May 17th. In the UK it's currently priced at $15.99, and what do you get with this? Well, basically you get this new track, Miami Homestead Speedway. Now in addition to that we also get 24 cars, however realistically it's 3 new cars, a new Chevy, a new Ford and a new Toyota, across 8 Toyota-based team cars, 4 Ford-based team cars and 12 Chevy-based team cars. Now all of the NASCAR variants we get are R-Class vehicles, in this case an R833 standard. All of them have the same specifications, 7.7 speed, 6.9 handling, 8.7 acceleration and braking of 6.8. Now the Homestead Speedway that we get actually comes with 12 variants of that track, but in reality it's actually 6 track variants with sun and rain based weather mechanics. Now the race you're seeing here is the very first race you do. It's kind of a prologue race if you like, just shows you what NASCAR is all about and gets you used to the new features of the game. Now the features that have been added in this update, including this NASCAR expansion pack, have actually been implemented across the board on Forza Motorsport 6. So whereas now in NASCAR it was introduced that we get this dirty airfield that the car picks up and you get plenty of turbulence when you're behind the car and you're not close enough to it. The closer you get to the car, the smoother the airflow becomes and the easier it is for you to drive. Really awesome feeling mechanic. It is quite a simple thing to introduce, but it works really effectively, especially for NASCAR. It just feels right. And that has been introduced across the board in Forza Motorsport 6 for all races, which is really cool. Now in addition, you may have seen earlier when there, for instance, on that right side, you see a kind of line came up there. That basically is an indicator, if you're an in-car driver like me, there are now these little lines that pop up around the right side of the steering wheel and stuff to show you where other cars are around your vehicle. Amber means they're pretty close, so obviously you want to steer away from them. The idea is, hopefully that will cause less accidents and less problems online. We shall see. I'll believe it when I see it. But as features go, it's actually a really good feature, because if you're like me and you drive Pro or you're even driving unbeatable AI, it's actually very difficult to compete against those computer, AIs. And you do have some pretty close races, and sometimes you can get caught up in the mix with computer cars. So quite a nice feature addition there too. Turn 10 also introduced new mechanics for driver tasks in order to enable them to drive safer at high speeds and in close proximity with one another. Be interesting to see how that works out. In addition, you also now have the ability to select the option for rolling starts rather than a static start. Quick stop is a new type of race variant that's been introduced, and the example that I did, for instance, was a 4-lap race, and during the course of that race you have to make at least 1 pit stop. This of course changes the action from not just racing but strategy as well. When is the perfect time to make a pit stop, or are you a gambler, you're going to do it at the last minute? So interesting game changer, that one. It's possible now to also race simulation, so for instance tyre and fuel usage, but without damage. Turn 10 have also added the Le Mans full and Mulsanne circuits to the multiplayer playlist as well, so it's now possible to race those tracks online. Now this is definitely one of the biggest changes we've seen to Forza Motorsport 6, and to be honest all of these features are very welcome, but also in addition to that, what's even better is that you don't have to own the NASCAR expansion pack to get all these features. The NASCAR expansion pack only entitles you to those additional 24 liveried cars, the 3 new models of cars of course, and those 12 variants of Miami's Homestead Speedway, as well as a NASCAR themed campaign and 10 NASCAR themed showcases, and not forgetting of course the additional 250 gamer score. Car models and track models look phenomenal, and the racing has never been more exciting. You could argue that all of these features that make a better race are part of a free update. However, that said, it depends how much really you want to drive a NASCAR vehicle and race in a NASCAR series or themed series of races. For me, it's something I've waited for a very long time, since the days of Andretti Racing on PlayStation 1. Pretty much every NASCAR game I've played in the last 20 years has been pretty dire. This is a fantastic base of operations for NASCAR. What better home than Forza Motorsport 6? Welcome, I say. And my score is a resounding 8 out of 10 for Forza Motorsport 6's NASCAR expansion. Hope you enjoyed the review. I'll be back again with more reviews and gaming action on King Lizzard's Game Now soon. Please remember to rate and subscribe. Take care, keep well, and keep watching.